Multidimensional Cafe. If this is your first time here, I'm so grateful that you're here. My name is Sarah, and at the cafe we are transcending time and space. You and I are having some coffee and tea. I'm having some chamomile lavender tea right now. It's so good. Transcending time and space, and we're talking about this new earth frequency, this world that we're walking into. And today I'm going to be offering channeled messages and insight that is surrounding this Mercury retrograde that goes from the 18th of July until the 11th of August. It's going to be in the sign of Leo right over here. It's this beautiful Mercury. And so we've known for a while that, retrograde season comes once a year. July 2025, it's, who went retrograde? Neptune went retrograde, Saturn's going retrograde, or Saturn's already retrograde, and Chiron's going retrograde, and we have a Mercury retrograde in the middle of it. And these are all happening in fire signs. So Neptune's retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, and Chiron is retrograde, all in this house of self. This is the general wheel. Starts in Aries, goes to Pisces, and Mercury is retrograding in the house of play, joy, art, creativity, childlike spirits, and kiddos, right over here. So this as a whole, as a collective, is, going to mean, in a very practical sense, we're going inward, not backwards. And we're asking ourselves, who am I? Who am I in this new and ever-changing world? Who am I in the new world? Uranus is in Gemini right now as I record this. And so these three heavy hitters, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn, are all eventually going to retrograde back into Pisces for these two and Taurus for Uranus. What does that mean, Sarah? That this season right now, that we're in right now, until they're all retrograded back. So I would say from now until, this is going to be, can I do it? Yeah, I did it. I'd say by like September, October. Yeah, by the end of the year, I'd say, by eclipse season of 2025, we're going to be kind of, again, back into maybe old energy. So we've been planting seeds. We've been kind of figuring out, who am I in this ever-changing world? Who am I in this new earth frequency? Who am I becoming? And with that being said, for this Mercury retrograde, practically for any Mercury retrograde, we don't make big deals. We don't really sign big contracts. We don't buy big things. We go inward. And so, a housekeeping note for the cafe, I haven't done what I'm about to say in over a year. I'm going to do a whole video on it, I'm sure, front facing, but I'm not going to be doing new moons and full moons during this Mercury retrograde. So I won't be doing an all signs for the new moon in Leo, and I won't be doing an all signs for the full moon in Aquarius. It doesn't feel within my integrity to be recommending that anyone does any manifestation it's so much about going and experiencing and doing and going back and revisiting maybe something that you'd forgotten, or looking at joy, going to have fun, going to create what brings your life passion. And so we're going to see what comes through in this all signs, but this all signs goes until, like I said, the 11th of August. So this is going to encompass what Mercury is really bringing up for each sign. I will be doing, in my membership group, I have my all signs reading for Leo season. So we will be touching upon the new moon and the full moon in the entirety of Leo season. So it won't be specific manifest, it won't be specific release, but it will be in the container of Leo season. So I do have that available for you. So you are not without information, you are not without assistance. I am still taking one-on-one sessions, I am still taking individual chart readings, all different things like that. But it's been over a year that I've been doing the new moon and the full moon all signs on YouTube, and I'm experiencing deep integration, deep upgrades, deep shifts, and just like everything about the astrology is matching for me, so I'm sure it's matching for you. So I'm really getting to know myself, getting to know my channeling, letting new ways of channeling come through. July was the first month that I offered publicly my channeling for the Council of Nine. That's the first Monday of every month. The link is in the description. Please go to my website and you can sign up for August's channeling. That's going to be on the 4th of August. That's at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll put the Council link below. And I had talked about, I have a whole video on Mercury and Leo, so I'll put the link for that below as well. That was posted in June, on June 26th, when Mercury went into Leo. So this is a big, big, big transit. Usually Mercury takes about 2 weeks in a sign. This is 9.5 weeks that Mercury's going to be in Leo. So we're getting to know our roar. It's like a roar versus a meow. And this I had talked about in that video is not all who roar will lead. We're seeing those changes in leadership. We're seeing those changes in authority, in the authority within ourselves. And so I brought out the tarot cards that this represents Mercury. This is first decan Leo. So this is 0 to 10 degrees of Leo. This is 10 to 20 degrees of Leo. And this is the Leo card. This is third decan Leo. So you can look at where like 20 to 29 degrees of Leo falls, because this is where we're ending up after this retrograde. So I wanted to show all of this to say, like, this is where Mercury is going to be going back into. It's in this energy right now, going back into this energy, and then we'll end up in this energy. So I wanted to highlight that because I love speaking through the lens of the tarot. And I have a whole Tarot Essentials program that's available for you. I just updated that with some channeling through the tarot resources. It's almost an hour. It's like a 53-minute video, a new addition to that program. The price is still the same. So if you are a budding oracle, you're channeling and you want to use the tarot to really nourish that, I'll put Tarot Essentials below. It is a very accessible investment. It's $33 and you get all the information that was in there and the addition of that. I introduced all 78 cards. It's a really nourishing living library, a beautiful program. So if you're interested and keen in the tarot, that's definitely for you. But this season, allow new ways of expression to come through. Mercury runs Gemini and Virgo. So we look at the houses that Gemini and Virgo run in the general wheel: communication, early learning, short trips, daily life, health, and practical service. One of the key pillars of my entire practice is creative expression. Having a creative way to express yourself. It's the key to all of this. I talk about that in every single program that I have, in my Awaken Mastery program. Every single program that I have, creative expression is the key, as you can see. So if you've got something that's like missing, if there's something that feels like it's not right, if there's something that feels like it hasn't been slapping, look to where this is falling in your chart. Where does 4? I'm just looking, I thought it was 5. 4 degrees of Leo and 15 degrees of Leo. Where does this fall? Because Mercury goes to 15, retrogrades back to 4, and then continues down its way. The next retrograde will be over here in this type of energy, but yeah, I would be lying to you if I said that I wanted to, let me rephrase. I'm not going to ever ask you to do something that I myself am not doing, or I'm not going to say, oh, you do this, but it's not working in my practice. This season feels so much bigger. Like this entire Mercury retrograde, the new planets, or these outer planets, are in the new signs. So when Mercury goes direct on the 11th of August, yeah, Pluto, yeah, everybody's still in their sign. So use this energy. Take this time to really, it's not like about rebranding. It's about, I left the cookie drawer open. Hold on, I gotta talk to Sybil. Hold on. Hey, baby mine. Pardon me. So let's get into this reading. I'm going to introduce all of the planets, even though for longer range type of transits like this, I don't always use every single planet on the board, but I will usually use the chart reader. So like for Aries, I'll always put down Mars. For Taurus, I'll always put down Venus, and so on. But my disclaimer, as always, is this is not a personalized reading. Please use your own internal discernment and take what resonates, and don't take anything else. This will not be for everyone. This is not meant to be for everyone. We really speak through I statements, the personal growth, leadership growth and development, and creative expression lenses around here. So if those aren't your language, then that's totally okie dokie. We're not all meant to be for everyone, and not everyone's meant to be for us. So please use your discernment. Not every channel or not every reading is going to be for you. But if you are here, I'm grateful that you're here. Please reach out if you're interested in any one-on-one service during this Mercury retrograde. I'm taking one-on-one clients, and I will be, as I usually do, adjusting my rates and my offerings around the new moon in Virgo. That new moon happens in my 10th house. So that's going to be around the 22nd, 23rd of August that my rates will be changing and my offerings will be adjusting a wee bit. So now is the perfect time. If you have been interested in booking, purchasing programs, anything like that, now is the best time to do it. I love you. Let's clear off the board again. I got this sage at America's Stonehenge, and it's like so good. I got this cup from there too. I don't know if you can see it. I've used it before. I love it so much. I have a whole very interesting past life tale there. I've had a few other past lives come through, and I recognize I've been focused so heavily on the astrology that I've forgotten about my past life tales, my creative expression, my poetry, my singing, my dancing, all of it. So I'll do more front-facing, more vulnerable videos for you, but again, this is going to be my only all signs that I'm offering on YouTube from now until after August 11th. My membership group is going to have the Leo season all signs reading, where we're not going to specifically talk about the new moon and the full moon, but it is incorporated in there. So if you are interested in more information, the Divine Sovereign Room, that membership group, is definitely a place to look into. So, and please watch for your rising sign first, then your sun, and then your moon. If this is all new language, my download Foundations in Flow could be a very, very helpful download for you. That's included in the Divine Sovereign Room as a free companion, but everything is available on my website. Definitely go check out my website. I've got tons of other stuff. I don't want this to be just like pitch, but please check out my website, putz around, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like, and as always, reach out for a consultation. We can chit chat for a little while and decide together how I can best support you, how I can best be of service. I love you. Let's do it. Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon. This is a big one for you. And it might have been like a slow burner recently of like, what the ever-loving F is going on? And so, yeah, that's the planets, but also like the world. It's a lot. I mean, I could give you every single bit of like, that's why. That's why. This is interesting. Venus is really sticking out to me. Ooh, I didn't even introduce the planets. Oh my gosh, oh golly gee, I am so sorry. Pluto, North Node, South Node, what we're going into and what we're releasing. Mars, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Uranus, hi. Venus, I feel like is kind of obvious. Mercury, we talked about. Black Moon Lilith, the Moon, the Sun, and Jupiter. Okay, Aries, let's get back to it. My apologies. What's really fascinating to me is that the day after Mercury goes direct, we have that Venus-Jupiter conjunction. And so I talked about it in the Mercury video itself. What did I say? Your voice is your timeline. There's a lot that's really ready to birth through you, Aries. There's a lot that's happening. Take your time with, we talk about like the fame seed. We talk about, we're entrepreneurs around here. We're spiritual business owners. We're authentic souls around here. And so with that being said, especially Aries placements, we usually want to inspire others to do the same. That's kind of it, like with every mission statement, with every purpose statement, it usually ends with to inspire others to do the same. So the way that you live your life is quite inspiring. Just the way you naturally do things is very inspiring. So I want you not to forget that every little bit of who you are, the way you dress, the way you set up your table, the way you make dinner, the way you exercise, every bit of like, how do you express yourself? How do you express yourself? Creative expression is the key. However that manifests for you. Have you been too stubborn? Have you been to, when Mars conjuncts the South Node, have you been to, I gotta do this to pay the bills, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this? Or if people saw the real me, would they like me? There's like an energy here, this is fascinating, and very unlike you, of like extra hermiting. There's a little shame coming up. So I want us to really spend this season unpacking that, being with yourself, being with your shame, being with your, if anybody really knew who I was or what I was in or what I was doing, or this seeming failure or this seeming whatever it may be, like, would they like me? And in honesty, like, and this is something that I'm going to talk about publicly, would they book with me? If I show my vulnerable side, or I show that things aren't the way that I want them to be, or if I show like I'm not getting this download, this isn't what I said publicly, isn't working, are people going to trust me? Are people going to book with me? Are people going to buy my products? More so. You could smell a liar. We all can from across the room. And authenticity is the only language that matters. So let your authenticity be your voice right now, Aries. Let your creative expression, whatever that looks like, physical exercise, your kiddos, like whatever it may be in it. Be in your creativity, be in your play, be in your joy, be in your bliss. And let that be so nourishing for this season. Let me mirror to you that it's okay to take a pause and to not rebrand, but to redirect the compass ever so slightly. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I love you. Reach out if I can help. Like, reach out for a one-on-one if you're keen. Aries rising is a rare, Aries sun, Aries moon, not so much, but like Aries rising is a very rare sign. It's a very rare thing. So please reach out if you have questions. Love you. One of the most one of the big things that I'm taking away is my half-hour sessions. So I'm just having a feeling that, like, if you're keen for a recorded half-hour session, that's after the new moon in Virgo, the end of August, that's something that's getting taken away. So it's like my most aggressive rate right now. My rates are changing, but if you've been interested in booking that, please reach out. It's just for someone out there in Aries rising, just like know that I'm here to support you, but please reach out if I can help. Awesome. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. This is interesting energy you're in right now. Yeah. You have been walking away from a lot. I have a whole video on why celibacy is going mainstream. That could be something that's supportive for some of you right now. Not everyone, but just use your discernment. That could be helpful. This is about home and safety and cultural family roots. Why you're on the planet. Where on the planet you stand, why you're on the planet. We know that community is currency. We know that, like, that was Marco J. Williams. He channeled that a while ago. And we know that what you're going into is a healthier environment. It might be extremely uncomfortable what you're in right now. Like, extremely uncomfortable. This could be a change in finances. This could be I got fired from the job that I hate. This could be the loss of human beings. Like, I lost someone in my life recently too, and it doesn't ever feel better to be like, oh, the astrology matches for people to die. It's like, okay. But this is about home and really looking at, do you feel at home in your skin and your body? Do you feel at home where you're living? Are you just making it work? I'm having a full body chill, Taurus. Are you just making it work? And check the depth of your tone when you talk to people. This is something that really, I don't know if it was you or if it was another sign, but it's like when someone's like, hey, Taurus, how you doing? You're like, oh, everything's fine, everything's great. Where it's like, if you go into the head voice, you're not running the ship. You're not in control. You're not even taking yourself seriously. Why would anybody else take you seriously? So look at that and take this time to label, this is what's not working, and take it to source. Take it to God. Take it to spirit. Take it to universe. Go for a walk and be with the God of your understanding and be like, hey, this isn't working. What do I do? You know how hard I work. It's you. You'll work forever. Nobody's denying that. But right now, really talk to the God of your understanding. Uranus just went into your house of money. You're getting a little flavor about what that's going to be like for you, Taurus rising. And like, that's no joke energy. So know that we all have very specific roles to play on this planet. And if you're not playing it, my video 2024 to 2027, the changing of the guides, that could be validation for you. That's in the longer range transit playlist. I think it's in the toolbox as well. It's on some of my playlists. But the world is worlding. And if you choose to stay in environments that are 6 out of 10, God's just going to keep saying, oh my God, Taurus wants 6 out of 10. I'm going to keep giving them 6 out of 10. They're vibing, they're loving it. So when you say, this isn't working, what I want is this, then universe, source, spirit can step in. But you have to acknowledge it in the mirror. You have to say it to yourself and to God first. So take your time for this one. Really take your time. I love you. Good stuff. Gemini, how are you feeling? Like, with Uranus in your sign, how are you feeling? I did an audio only Uranus all signs. It's in my membership group. It was so much fun. I'm doing some beta testing with, I don't even know if that's the right phrase to use, but I think it is. I'm doing some beta testing on some podcast audio only style stuff. So definitely check that out. It's available in my membership group for, a whole like article, blog, whatever you want to call it, was written for Uranus and Gemini, and kind of working with outer planet transits, working with the boulders. Oh wait, you don't go here. You go here. It's like a puzzle. It's like playing chess. That's something I talk about in my Mastering Mars program, is that natally Mars and Virgo, they're constantly playing chess. They're like, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here. But transiting Mars and Virgo, especially, closer to the 22nd, on the 22nd, when Mars conjuncts the South Node and opposes the North Node, it's like we stay in environments that kind of feel safe, but I feel as though what you've perceived as safety, just what this chart is saying, isn't really safe anymore. But you're just like kind of doing it. But you're like, I'm dying inside, yet I chose to pick up another shift. A full surrender is what this Mercury retrograde is asking of you, Gemini. Like a full surrender. And a full communicative surrender. And this could be bringing up some childhood stuff. This house is early learning, short trips, communication, and language, which is normally a Gemini house, but for you, Gemini rising, this is in the sign of Leo. So Mercury likes to be in the third house, but Mercury in Leo could bring up maybe, or even Leo running the third house for you. We'll look at the chart first. Could say, when I was a child, I had a big, bold voice. Maybe I used it in the wrong places, and somebody at some point told me that you spoke up too much, you're too this, you're too this. So this Mercury transit could bring up some unresolved or unprocessed childhood traumas, some childhood, big T, little t traumas. This could be, whatever happened for you. It doesn't matter if it's a big T, little t trauma. If you have crystallized and not evolved, or chosen not to say or do certain things because of that reverberation, that energy, is a trauma. And so this Mercury retrograde could be a very emotional time for you to say, I see the root of why I am the way that I am. Yeah. Please reach out. If we can book a consultation to see if working together is right, this season could be a wonderful time to do certain, I don't want to say, definitely talking things out will feel good. And ask yourself, how long do I want to be talking about this? And that's something that I've really been putting into my sessions, and asking, how long do you want to spend talking about why I am the way that I am? And how long do you want to spend talking about the tools that I need to move forward? Because it can be very efficient. It truly can. In the Divine Sovereign room, I have a full moon channeling and healing. I also have a full moon room to subscribe for just once a month. I do a full moon channeling. It's not on all signs. It's like you lay down and receive energy and to release. So that could be something very helpful and nourishing for you, or talk therapy if that is your way. But I would define, Gemini rising, what it is that what's going on, what is the problem, what is missing. And this could be a color. This could be, I'm not communicating. I don't like my job. I don't like this. Really spend some time labeling what it is. My partnership, whatever it may be. I don't like where I'm living. I don't like, just label it. Speak it to yourself, to a practitioner of any kind. I'd say not a friend. I would honestly say not a friend. I'd say if you're doing family processing, talk to a family member about it. But if that's not something that's safe and healing, then a professional, somebody that holds space for a living. But really knowing that you're not alone, Gemini, and really feeling it. As soon as you say it, it might just bring out a lot of emotions, and let that be something that's so okay, but know that you don't have to do any of this on your own. Just know that. I support you. I see you. I love you. Cancer rising. Cancer. Oh, buddy. Cancer sun, Cancer moon. Happy birthday to my Cancer sons right now. S-U-N. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. This is happening in your house of money and values and access to resources. This is fascinating. So what I'm hearing, and this won't be for everyone, is that some of you are so done in an environment. Maybe it's a work environment. Maybe it's like, okay, so Cancer rising, daily life, health, practical service. Your house of work is run by Sag. Your house of legacy run by Aries. So what you're doing every day is run by fire signs. Sag, 6th house, is like, you need fun. You need to have a ba-dum-bum. You need to be surrounded by fun people that like to talk, that like to do things. It's very attached to your, what's the word I want to use? Soul purpose. You're so done. Somebody out there is so done with your environment that you're like, I'm going to take a pay cut to be happy. Yeah. If this is you, spend the Mercury retrograde researching new jobs, writing it out. The perfect environment is, I've talked about this so many times, write out, like, decide what you need, decide what you won't stand for, decide your budget, and then live your life. Sometimes that perfect job is not going to be from, and maybe even telling a few of your, actually the guys are saying, no, I don't want to give that advice. Decide for yourself during this season. And then after August 11th, then start talking about, hey, friends, hey, coworker, hey, person I trust and respect, I'm looking for this environment. Do you know anybody? And especially for people that, yeah, I want this to be a call for anyone. Like, if you have an odd end job or a assistant position that you're interested in offering to other people, kind of like that quirky, I'm just looking to hire someone. Start talking about that during this season so that the people that aren't looking on LinkedIn and that are the people that want to find you can kind of know that you're there. So I would say a call to anyone, any spiritual entrepreneur, anybody, try doing it the woo way, for lack of a better term, or even just like talking to your friends about it and just be like, hey, if you hear of anybody, I'm looking to hire ABZ, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that could be something that during this season that people are looking, answer and like answer the other end of the telephone. You know what I mean? Cancer, big shifts are happening and I'm excited about it. This Jupiter transit for you is a big deal. So I love it. Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo moon. This is a big deal for you. This is a pooper get off the pot type of a moment, but it might not resonate in the way that you think because you're run by the sun. I am going to put the sun down for this. So the sun's going to be in Cancer and then will be in your sign when Mercury is done with its transit. Oh boy. Okay. So there might be some experiences that are coming out right now that are shaking you to your absolute core. This could even be anywhere from the spectrum of like dreams are off and really intense to I don't know if I'm supposed to be with the person that I'm with. Interesting little flip of words right there. You're like, I'm trying so hard to explain to the world who I am, but I don't feel like everyone's listening. This is, if you are in a divine partnership right now, I would say like healthy intimacy is going to be a real therapy. That's not for everyone. And I want to say this. When I talk about sacred sex, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. I don't know. But sacred intimacy, I'm coming from a place of celibacy. Like, only if you are in a divine partnership. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to do a Leo season video, but the phrase I wrote down was mating season, because you might just feel like, I need to be touched. I need to have experiences. I need to do this. And if I'm not getting the world or the people that I'm supposed to be, helping to see me, then maybe this dude that I met 10 minutes ago could. No, don't do that. Don't diminish your light. Don't diminish yourself at all. But if you are in a sacred partnership, this is a season, this Mercury retrograde could be a huge time of sacred sensuality. If you're not in divine partnership, book a massage. Book a massage. If it's something that's not within your paradigm right now, go out, get yourself a jug of some organic coconut oil. You can get that at Marshall's for a good price. You have yourself a nice, put on some clinking, clanking music, and you're just like head to toe, soup to nuts. You just slather yourself with that coconut oil, and you fall in love with yourself from head to toe. Thinking of Home Alone, getting in between my toes and in my belly button. Oh wait, here we go. So it's like, yeah, like every little nook and cranny, fall in love with yourself again. So from every possible angle, Leo, this might be more physical and embodied than this is mental. So if the mental isn't coming through, and I'll talk more about that in other videos, but if the download's not coming in, if the manifestation's not coming in, if the thingamajim-jam that you're trying to manifest or call in is not coming in, then there's something that needs to be felt. Go from the mind into the body and sink into your heart. That's the space of the body that you run. Cool beans. I love you. Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. Mars in your sign might not be feeling so great right now. There might be some big confusion or some big this is interesting. There's some childhood stuff coming up, or inner child stuff coming up that might be, there's like a feeling of possible, it's like there's like a feather of regret. Or you're deep in your own processing. You are deep in your own processing right now. I really see you. I really, really, really see you right now. And this might not feel great. This might not, you're like, Sarah, it does not feel good. But you're like, I'm seeing it and I'm loving it. There might be a lot of confusion right now. 12th house transits just in general might be very confusing, depending on what natal planets are being highlighted, what lies between 4 degrees Leo and 15 degrees Leo, like what's being conjunct by this Mercury and what's being aspected by this Mercury. This is a huge time of, it's not about hermiting right now for you. Yeah, this is like, your day might go from like a sweet little morning, and then you are holding space for others, and then you're going so deep into yourself and you're crying, and then you just like go to the gym and like you deal with that, and then you're like, oh, I feel so much better now. Like it might be very efficient, but like every day is like a freaking like saga. Every day is like a saga. And there's so much coming up about community, so much coming up about relationships, friendships, and the important people that you've surrounded yourself with. This is, yeah, I'm so proud of the way that you have been navigating this South Node transit in your sign. Like, I love the way that you're really utilizing this. And this season, because it's in your 12th house, this Mercury retrograde season, the container of this video, it might just bring a lot more like bouts of confusion and then immediate integrations. Like the more I cry, the more immediately after things make sense, and the less that I do things analytically and I just feel them in my body, the more it just makes sense. And so that's pretty cool. Yeah. When Saturn and Neptune go back into your house of relationships, that will be a time of like weeding the garden, but I see really good things. Your discernment has been spot on. So anyone that has fallen out of your life accept it. Maybe they'll come back, but anyone that's in your life right now is really meant to be there. So we talked about that in the last video, but it's beautiful to see. Your discernment has been very, like really spot on. And also if somebody hasn't circled back right now, trust that. It's not going to be forever, but just like let people be in what they're in right now. Amazing. Amazing. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. This is lovely. I love this energy for you. I love this energy for you. Community, friendships, and wishes for the future. There's like this snap. There's like, I'm so done. I'm so done. I think we talked about it last time. There's something that's like, you're like, I'm so done. And, there was a funny moment once where I was, in my waitressing days. It was last summer. And we were, we'd have a pre-meal and we'd sit and we'd all have our, like, it was a top tier place, so we needed to know all the allergies, the ingredients. Like, we were just like, we prided ourselves, and I prided myself on knowing like how to talk things up. And like, it was just like, people, like, you knew what to sell, you knew how to sell, and you'd get a different type of environment from each waiter, but each waiter had a specialty. Like, I knew who I would talk to about like a wine sale. I knew who knew how to like talk up the appetizers and like all the different things. There was one day we were at a pre-meal, and we were sitting outside. It was like before Saturday shift, and I full on was just like, I floated above myself, and I just, in my brain, I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what ingredients are in this. If someone has an allergy, I'm just going to go ask chef. I don't care. I don't care. It wasn't like in other jobs and in other situations I've known where it's time to move on, when I would say, what's next? What can I learn? What's new? What's coming up for me? And for the first time in my working for a company life, I just said, I don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care. So I want to say this to you to really ask, like, what in your life, and I'm seeing like dramatizations of you being like at a garden party and everybody's talking about like their pocketbook, and you're like, I don't care. Do you want to talk about aliens? Do you want to talk about this? Do you want to talk about, because like, I'd love to talk about processing. I'd love to talk about this, but there's something in you that's like, I don't care anymore. Or even this is, a lot of clients that are in leadership positions are going through so much change right now. And they're like, I don't want to tell my team about this. I can't tell my colleagues about this. I'm the leader, like I'm the founder, I'm the CEO. I can't talk to anyone about this. Please reach out and book a session. That's my absolute foundation of my practice, is being the tent in the middle of your battlefield, if you will, but in your life, where you can say, not that I don't believe in what I'm preaching and teaching anymore, but I'm shifting inside and I don't know how to articulate it to my people. You're not supposed to yet. You need to decide and decipher and discern for yourself with counsel. That's where I come in. What's really going on, so that you have a clear front moving forward. Please reach out. If that resonates with you, please reach out. Scorpio. I could put nothing else down. That's what matters. Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. We can't see it. There's I don't even know what movie it's from. I don't know what movie this is from, so please forgive me, but it's a Judy Garland, and all she's doing is singing and dancing around going, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't know the song, I don't know what it is, but please, for any Scorpio rising sun moon, if you know what I'm talking about, can you please link it below? Because I feel like that's what's coming up right now for you, where you're like, I'm me, I see where I'm going, I see who I am, I see who my ideal clients are, I see who the people that are meant to be in my life, and I see who's not meant to be in my life. I get it, I see what's coming up, I know what to do, but I'm just feeling so many feelings and emotions that right now I don't know what the F is going on. That's this guy over here, that's this guy over here, that's these guys over here, that's this guy over here, and that's this over here. So right now, I would love for you to spend this season, the 18th of July to the 11th of August, like who, where, when and where and with whom can you be your I don't care self with? And if you don't have a person, then spend more time with the trees, in nature, with yourself. Don't for a second, my darling, for a second, bring anyone into that inner circle of your delightfulness. Like, don't do it. I'm just like, do not do it. Don't put anyone in there. If you have to explain yourself, if you have to in any way, if you are feeling as though, I call it for my personal self, and I'll speak from I statements, when I feel like I'm like the sideshow act, when I talk about my life and certain traumatic experiences that I've gone through, and the people around me are like, Jesus God, you went through that? I'm like, that is literally just the backstory that you needed for me to tell this story. So if we can't get past that, then I can't even share my tale. So right now, like, you got big things to do, Scorpio, and you know it. So surround yourself with winners that have a growth mindset. And whatever language that you have of that is your own, that's totally fine. But reach out to people or spend time with the few people that you do have. Send a text message to the people that can see you and hold space. Really do that. Really, really do that. And ask for what you need. Know that this is like, it's a season of, for you, it might be a shift in, I don't even want to say analytics, but it might be just like a public image shift. I feel like there's a component that maybe, yeah, there's something that wants to come through, that maybe that there's feelings around, that's not important. Just look at that. Just look at that. I love it. Keep it up. Amazing. I love it. Don't bring anyone in that's not supposed to be there. Don't do it. I love you. Sagittarius. It might feel like nothing is going your way. It might feel like things are moving so slowly. It may feel like you have no idea when this will end. I promise you it will one day. I love you. This is quest, adventure, long distance travel, higher education, spirituality, legalities. Very specific and niche. There could be some legal stuff coming up for some people. I'm just asking the guides, like, what's underneath that? Some of you feel like you're so far enmeshed in something that you have no idea how to get out of it. Some of you need to spend some time in prayer and really talk to the God of your understanding, because it's like you're doing some paradigm hopping, quantum leaps right now. And we talked in one of the last videos about paradigm hopping needs a root. Like, you need the why statement. You need your why statement. Why are you doing what you're doing? Because you're not running from it. We talked last year, there's a lot of Sag placements that have gone sober, a lot of Cancer placements that have gone sober, many placements, everybody's not just the astrology, that have gone sober. From like everything. And so your channel is clear, your clarity is clear. Like, yeah, there's an artist, a content creator that I subscribed to a while ago that I hadn't seen on my feed in months. And now all of a sudden, she's been off the flower for like a month now, and her channel is clear, her art is clear, she's exercising, she's popped up on my feed. And I was like, I love this. I love seeing this. It's amazing. Your story, Sag, if you've got a story, if you've done some stuff, that's part of what will make you thrive. You got something to say right now. You got something big to say. And you're not running to whatever thing used to placate you. You're not running to drinking. You're not running to drugs. You're not running to, unhealthy relationships. You're not doing any of those things because you're recognizing that that's not getting you anywhere. Yeah, this is like clean out your closet, detox from something, if that resonates with you. Spend some time in nature, spend some time in contemplation, Sag. Like, talk to God of your understanding. I use the term God brazenly, God, source, spirit, universe, whatever you'd like to label it as. But this is the house of spirituality. This is also the house of higher education. You might have something to teach. You might have something that you want to learn. Like, ask yourself these things. Oh. Sorry, I was bugging my OCD. Now I'm taking it off. Now I'm getting over hyperfixated on it. Okay, we're good. Yeah, you got stuff to say, stuff to do, stuff to be, like places to be. So let it birth. Let it show itself. But unless you're in a quiet space of contemplation, nothing's going to come through. If you're too busy, God can't talk to you because you're like, my schedule's full. I don't even have a time block for you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Love you. Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. What? You're one of the only signs that I can't like pull up in my mind's eye. Like what, like that the fact that Leo runs your 8th house is not something that I can just like pull up out of my tism brain. Which is interesting. So every time I see your chart and I read it, I'm like flabbergasted. I'm like, oh my God, girl, your house of shared possessions? You need a loan or something, kiddo, or you have a loan to give. There's something about big money that's in here where you're like, I got something I want to do. I have an idea and I need it's like, let me rephrase this. If I gave you whatever it is that you needed to do whatever it is that you need to do, you'd be like, I know exactly who to hire. I know exactly I know exactly this. I know exactly this. It's like there's just a resource that's missing right now. This isn't for everybody. I'd say for my creators, my entrepreneur, I don't even want to say entrepreneurs, but my content creators, my artists out there. You're like, I'm ready to step up into the next level of my content. And I need a loan, like I need money. I need something to be able to do it. Start a GoFundMe maybe, or maybe do this. There's a wound in there. Put together the GoFundMe. During this Mercury retrograde, like put the language of what it is that I'm keen for, what it is that I want to do, what my why statement is. Like have all of the language, get the budget, get the tools, get the education, whatever, like really put it on paper. Don't make it so ambiguous and so, one day it'll happen. But there's something that like really define it during this season. And then once Mercury goes direct, before Mercury goes into Virgo, I would spend some time, and that goes until September 2nd, 2025 is when Mercury is going to go into Virgo energy. But even then, it's like you have very advantageous astrology, but I would really spend this season being like, okay, if I had infinite funds right now to create what it is that I want to create, what are the things that I need? How much do they cost? What education would I want to add into the mix? Like, imagine that there's someone, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's like, I want to invest in you. What is it that you need? And then you pulled out this notebook and you're like, I know this, I need this, I need this, this you can get on sale here. Like, be prepared. Be prepared. You do that when you ask for a small business loan. And some of you are like, oh, I'm not going to do that. No, you want to ask for like a personal loan. You want to ask God for this loan. You want to ask the universe for the resource that you need. So write it out. Definitely do some research on where you would get the products, where you would do the things. Like, do your due diligence during this season. It's a beautiful little side quest of practicality for you, my dear. I love that for you. Enjoy it. This is so your vibe. Get in that. Get in that. A lot of you already stopped listening. You're like, I'm on it. I'm on it. I've already opened 2 other tabs. I know what to do now. You got this. I love that for you. Keep it up. Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. Very fascinating happening in your house of relationships. People might be coming into your life right now with unexpected vigor. Where is it? This could be a very confusing time. It could be a very confusing time. You know? Your chart rulers are fresh in their new signs. Fresh in their new signs. Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn will eventually go back into Pisces. Uranus will eventually go back into Taurus. So use this season. Oh, I want this to be an experimental season for you. And this could be as simple. What do you mean by that, Sarah? So I mean, like, okay, I feel like life is gray a little bit. I don't have my community. I don't have whatever it is that this is really bringing up for you. Wherever Mercury, like wherever Leo falls in your chart, and whatever Mercury represents for you. So I'm seeing like, well, I don't like the cafe that I go to. It's like, okay, go to some cafes. And then you go to a cafe and you're like, I don't like this one. It's like, okay, you don't like that one. I want you to like Goldilocks in your life right now. Goldilocks some people in your life. Try on new things. Go to new places. Try on new clothes. There's some like title stuff coming up, and this is like very broad, but like for me, I'll speak from I statements. Like, I used to introduce myself and say I'm a channeler and an astrologer. I'm going to be taking like astrologer and pulling it back because I'm a channeler above everything. So I do like channeled astrology, channeled tarot, channeled messages, channeled this, channeled channels. So I like the term channeler. That resonates with me right now. I used to call myself a healer. I used to call myself a mystic. I used to call myself this, that, and the third. And there are labels and titles that people call me. People call me their coach, and I love that. That is an endearing, beautiful thing. Call me leader. They call me their alien friends. They call me their, like, fairy godmother. All different things, all those energies. But what do you feel like you are? This might be some rebranding, some titles that you've been utilizing. This could be very specific and niche, but this could be a shift in pronouns for someone if that is their language. But there's because this is happening in the descendant sign, Aquarius, you can call yourself whatever you want. And when you call yourself whatever it is that you feel inside, that's when the people that are meant to be around you are going to find you. So don't feel as though you have to put yourself in a box. I've changed my titles numerous times. I've ordered business cards with certain titles on them, and then as soon as they arrive, I throw them away because I have new ideas for the new ones coming up next. So like, don't feel for a second, Aquarius, that I am not an active participant in what it is that I'm saying to you. So that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I feel like some friendships, relationships, important people are coming back into your life for you to close and heal that cycle. So if it's an ex coming back, if it's family members coming back, just enjoy it. I don't see, it doesn't feel malicious from my end. It feels very safe. So that's your inner work. That's your inner work. But really, like it's like once you know inside who you are, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. If you have Scorpio placements as well, this could really be resonating, but you're like, oh, I don't care. Go watch the Scorpio video. It's a lot of fun. But like, there's this, okay, this is the title that I have for myself, and I don't care who calls me that because that's who I am. That's what's coming up for you. That's what it is. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I know what's happening. And if you're not here for the ride, if you're not like actively in your own arena, on your own path, in your own timeline, doing the inner work, then get to stepping, because we're not on the vibe. So I love that for you. This is a big key moment in your awakening right now. I'm very excited for you. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I'm so proud of you. One of the best, most like alive readings you and I have had in a long time. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm like hugging you across the world right now, if you hug. Proud. Proud is like pride doesn't even say it. Like I'm really proud of you. That is huge, dude. Great job, Aquarius. Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon. Yes, yes, yes. I want some of you to take a holiday and never come back to the world that makes you feel small. I just like want you to like frolic for the rest of your life. If I could just pay you to frolic forever and to just be there for people in this world, I'd do it. I'd do it. I'd do it. This is about daily life, health, practical service. There could be some... This is the health axis, the 6th and the 12th. So there could be, with the two planets, Mercury in the 6th and Pluto in the 12th retrograde, there could be some health crises coming up, in a sense of like, I have a tickle in my throat chakra needs to be opened. I need to do a detox because I, recognize that I've been, using cannabis flower a little bit too much, or, I need to take a few days off of that. Or maybe, I myself have done detoxes of like, I've done juice fasts, I've done, 24-hour water fasts, or what are they called? Intermittent fasting. I'm planning on doing a 3-day fast at the start of this Mercury retrograde. I've never done that before, but there's something energetic that needs to go. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm taking a fast from new moons and full moons from even manifesting. So this could be spiritual work that you're taking a fast from. But there's something that wants to really say, like, this isn't working. Like my favorite phrase, there's an aspect of daily life that's like, we're on the wrong train. This is not right. And it's not going to get better. So if there's any component to your life that's like, if I continue to do this, it will never get better, but I'm in Groundhog Day every day. Are you okay with never developing and growing? If that's fine for you, then my guy, my friend, my dear, do it. But during this season, from the 18th of July to the 11th of August, give yourself the capacity to say, yeah, I got to shift this. I got to get off this train. I got to shift it. Label it. Just like literally just label it during the season and feel it and say, this isn't working. I don't want to do this. And this is what I would like this component of life to be. Like daily life, health, and practical service. For you, this is run by Leo, which is fascinating because Pisces placements can get perceived to be like passive and watery and stuff, where it's like, so much. You know a thing or two about a thing or two. If you're not getting praised on the regular at your job and your environment, if you have a boss that doesn't see you, if you are surrounded by family members that aren't treating you respectfully, like, you're worth so much more than that. So much more than that. And so this season might bring enough is enough type energy for you, Pisces. And just sit with it. Just be with it. Let it happen. Let it show itself to you in a way that it's not going to be a whisper. This is Leo energy, so it's going to be a pretty big shout. And it's going to be pretty brazen that, oh yeah, this is the part of my life that needs to shift. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. For those that listen from start to finish, I love you. It's such a journey, isn't it? It's so much fun. to see how everyone's doing and check in with them. And like I said, I'll do a whole front-facing video about this, but there will be no new moon and no full moon, all signs readings for this Mercury retrograde. I'm not going to be, manifesting or releasing in that classic way. I'm going to be going inward. I'm really letting my new channels and the way that things are trying to show through with this Uranus transit, with all of it, I'm giving it the container. I'm giving it the chance to develop itself in a way that I will never ask you to do something that I'm not doing. So this is where my focus is. So I want to invite you to do the same. I love you all so much. Like I said, my membership group will have an entire Leo season all signs reading. If you are in need of all signs readings, the membership group is definitely for you. And please reach out. I am booking one-on-one sessions. I am taking, recorded chart readings and live chart readings. It's just the YouTube ones. It's been over a year that I've been doing them every single new moon, every single full moon. So I'm taking the next 2 off to really give my channel the capacity to integrate some new messaging. So I'm excited to see what's birthing through, what's coming up for you. Please share in the chat if you feel comfortable and confident, and I will see you around the cafe in the next video. Love you.